What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Roll the 300 subscribers, of course. And today's video, we're going to be doing something different, and we're going to be talking about a player who was the number one pick in the 2017 draft, drafted over players like Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo. The list goes on. De'Aaron Fox, he was just drafted over them, and he full-heartedly deserved to be drafted over them because he was better than them at that moment. And if you can't tell, I'm talking about Markelle Fultz, and Markelle Fultz at Washington was a fucking bucket. He could do everything. He had the handle to go get past you and punch it on you. He had the crafty finishes at the layup. He had the jump shot, which I'm surprised that, or I was surprised that it didn't translate to the NBA, or not even translate. They changed his form. I don't know why he or whoever decided to change his form did that shit, but it ultimately affected his career majorly. And we all know Markelle was really never the same player again. Like, he went from college in his first season, averaging, or his only season, he was a one and done because he was that good. He averaged 23 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 6 assists, and it wasn't a debate why he was picked. Like, it was obvious why he was picked, because he was the best one out there. But in this rookie season, he only played 14 games, or his whole Philadelphia career, basically. It was just a disaster. The number one pick, you drafted the number one pick, and he was out of there by his third season, which doesn't really look great for Philadelphia, but it ultimately was the greatest or the best decision for them at the moment. But in the 2017-2018 season, Markelle averaged 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. In the 2018-19 season, he averaged 8 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And these were the times where he was having complications with his wrist. His wrist wasn't good. He had multiple surgeries on his wrist, and he couldn't shoot the basketball good at all. Like, he was scared to shoot, and when he shot the ball, it looked ugly. He couldn't even take the mid-ranges that were so adapted into his game, which was a key focus into his game. That was just totally ripped away from his game, which didn't sit right with me at the moment, because I was obviously young at that moment watching Markelle, and I thought he was nice. Like, I thought he was one of the best players, or I thought he was going to be one of the best players, and he was also an addition to the process. Like, he was ultimately one of the best. He wasn't one of the best rookies, I would say that, but he had the potential. Like, everybody's seen what he did in college, and we expected that to translate to the NBA. It obviously didn't. He went to Orlando. He was traded to Orlando for basically nothing, where he tried to resurface his career. In the 2019-2020 season, he averaged 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, playing his best basketball, resurfacing himself and trying to make a name for himself after the clear disaster which happened in his first 2 seasons, and trying to make a name for himself, basically. Like, after being tossed aside like nothing and being outcasted with all the problems with his jump shot, all the problems with his game, like, it just was nothing. But in his next season, in the 2020-2021 season, which was the COVID season, obviously, he averaged 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. In the 2021-2022 season, he averaged 11 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. In the 2022-2023 season, he averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Again, in Orlando, he was actually becoming a productive player, and he was the sixth man of that team. Like, he was productive, and he did everything possible for them to play the best that they could at the moment. Like, he did what was necessary for them, or for him at the moment in his career, to try to make a name for himself. People were looking back and being like, oh shit, that actually looks like the Markelle Fultz that was in Washington. Yes, the jumper wasn't there, but he still had the explosive ability, and he still had the movement, so which he could obviously make an impact on the defensive end, him being one of the best defensive point guards on the Orlando Magic. Not a lot of people talk about his defense. The offense is not all that comes with the sport of basketball. We all know that. But I don't know. Like, I just wish that, I don't know. I thought he was going to be better than he obviously ended up being. He did have a season he is a role player now. I'm not talking about him like he's not in the NBA, because he did return to the NBA, but he's not getting minutes, which it's sad to say, because the 2022-2023 season, where he showed so much promise, he got injured, and he was never really given the same opportunity, because last year's Magic was such a good team that they didn't need him. They didn't need any more guards, and they let go of Markelle and in the offseason, and he obviously didn't get picked up until Sacramento. But in the 2022-2023 season, I don't know if I said it already, he averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists, and at that moment, he was the backup point guard, or on some nights the starting point guard, which he fully deserved. Like, he was playing like he was just a man on a mission at that time, and he was trying to earn himself a contract extension. And obviously the knee injury ultimately fucked that shit up. But I don't know. But last season, in the 2023-2024 season, he averaged 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And now on the Sacramento Kings, when he's not getting minutes, he's averaging 3 points, 0.9 rebounds, and basically 2 assists, and not really making an impact on the game whatsoever, and not being an impact on the Kings at all. The Kings are heading, most likely not going to make the playoffs. They are fighting for a play-in spot at the moment, I'm pretty sure. But do we really think the Kings are making the playoffs over the Clippers or the Warriors? I just can't say that with my heart. Like, I just know that that's not happening at all. But it's just crazy how so much can change off an injury. Like, I'm reading some shit right now. Markelle Fultz was drafted as a top prospect. He faced a challenging NBA career due to shooting mechanics and a diagnosis of thoracic outlet syndrome. But he has rebounded, showcasing a strong defensive game and clutch performances, and that is a fact. And Markelle was a highly touted prospect. He was selected number 1. We already know that. He struggled with his shooting mechanics, which led to a significant decline in his shooting ability, which obviously is a fact. He was banking on the mid-ranges and the three-pointers. It didn't happen anymore. And in the clutch performances, he was obviously playing good in the clutch. Hopefully in this video I'm showing right now, there's clips of him in the clutch, because I remember some games a couple seasons ago where he was closing the games for the Orlando Magic, which that's why I had so much hope in him, and so much hope that he would actually bounce back. And his NBA comparisons was D'Angelo Russell and Dwayne Wade, for obviously Dwayne Wade being his speed and how he was so crafty around the rim, and D'Angelo Russell because of his shot making ability, and Markelle was able to knock down tough shots in college and tough shots in high school, which we all know didn't translate to the NBA, which sucks. But I don't know, like, it's just so much shit that affects these players' careers, and what they were supposed to be and what they ended up being is just a crazy thing. But let me know how y'all feel about Markelle Fultz down below. Do y'all remember him in college? If y'all don't, go watch his highlights, because it's actually a great video. But subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Posting daily, almost every day or every day. And there's a video on the left or in the video on the right. If you haven't watched that one already, click it. It might be good.